You're listening to the WWNO Classical Network. Hi, I'm Paul Mawson. Each week, we check in with Dave Walker, find out what's going on in the museum scene around the region. Dave is host of the website, themuseumgoer.com. Dave, welcome to the program.
Howdy, Paul.
So, what are we looking at this week?
From morning until after dark, Saturday will be one of those days that brims with programming options for local museum goers. The Historic New Orleans Collection plans a free family day themed to the current exhibition, The Trail They Blazed, which is about the 20th century civil rights movement in New Orleans. There'll be activities for children, gallery talks, and live music from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. More at hnoc.org. The New Orleans Museum of Art's Fall Fest will take place from 10 to 4 in the Sidney and Walda Bestoff Sculpture Garden. There'll be live music, art making activities, and guided tours of the garden. Admission is free. More at NOMA.org. At the Ogden Museum of Southern Art, there will be a celebration and panel discussion centered around the current exhibition there of works by students from historically black colleges and universities. Celebration at 1, discussion at 2. More at ogdenmuseum.org. The historic BK House and Gardens, also on Saturday, stages the Beautiful Spaces Symposium from 10 to 3:30. This year's theme, Historical Textiles in Home Designs, and the webpage language describing the event is intriguing. Discover how fabric, pattern, and material carry stories of culture, labor, resistance, and beauty. Presentation topics include the stories in Southern linens, fiber arts in action, design inspiration from historic textiles, and copyright, creativity, and fiber arts culture. More at bkhouse.org. And then rounding out the day, the Gallier House will stage the first of several seasonal after-hours editions of the Creole Death and Mourning Tour. That steps off at 7 p.m. More at hgghh.org.
We learn something every time we do one of these. Copyright is a thing in fiber arts culture. Is that right?
It is. That symposium presentation will be done by Elizabeth Townsend Gard, who is a renowned authority on those issues. A Tulane law professor and host of Just Wanna Quilt podcast, she will discuss how textiles connect labor, law, and women's stories. In non-Saturday news, I'll circle back to the BK House for just another minute to preview Quarter Kaleidoscope, a recurring storytelling gathering of French Quarter residents, business owners, and community members who share personal accounts of their lives in the neighborhood they see not as just a backdrop for tourist misbehavior, but as a home, community, and legacy. That's happening tonight. Doors open at 6. The address, bkhouse.org. Thursday, the National World War II Museum will celebrate the U.S. Air Force's 78th birthday with free admission for all active duty and reserve members, as well as retirees and veterans of that service branch. More at
And
nationalww2museum.org.
and let's take this moment to wish happy 78th birthday to the U.S. Air Force.
Happy birthday to the Flyboys. Also Thursday, the Museum of the Southern Jewish Experience. I should say Flyboys and Flywomen.
That's right.
Also Thursday, the Museum of the Southern Jewish Experience will host a free discussion between Lauren Rhodes, author of Split the Baby, a memoir in pieces, and New Orleans writer Benjamin Morris. The museum's description promises a literary discussion about interfaith upbringing, blended family, and religious identity. More at msje.org.
Each week, we check in with Dave Walker and get an update on what's going on in the museum scene. You can find out more about anything we've talked about or other information and see a video of our conversation at themuseumgoer.com. Thanks, Dave, and we'll see you next week.
See you then. Thank you.